Good morning. It's 2 a.m. at Hong Kong International Airport. It's completely dead here. It's so strange, usually full of people. And now I'm gonna catch a very special cargo flight, perhaps for the last time. This is the classic airplane I'm riding today, the A300-600. Unfortunately, it's gonna retire from Air Hong Kong very shortly. So I'm going one last ride tonight from Hong Kong to Osaka Kansai. This is a bit like a secret world of air cargo. It happens every night while you probably are sleeping.
Good morning, welcome on board the mighty A300. My name is Scott, I'll be the captain for the flight today, and joined up front with me, First Officer Frankie. We are bound for Kansai this morning, Hong Kong to Kansai. We're looking at a flight time of roughly 3 hours. We'll be climbing up to flight level 330 and cruising at a Mach decimal 79. Weather for the flight today is generally good. We are potentially expecting a few Charlie Bravos for the initial climb, but then otherwise it should smoothen out, and expecting good smooth weather in Japan.
And where are you from, Captain?
I'm from South Africa, Belito.
Oh, and first officers from Hong Kong, local?
Hong Kong. Hello.
And the security checklist, and our final zero fuel will be 113.6.
Thank you very much.
Look at this. The AC is coming out, the humidity is coming out, but this is an A300. I think this is a factory freighter. It's a pure freighter. It's not one of those P2 passenger converter freighter. 今日12個 pallet. Usually how many if it's full load?
21隻我嚟呢度。
21隻 full load.
裝16。
Oh, taking a bit of a much needed refuge from the heat and humidity outside. Cargo loading's almost complete, so efficient here. Interesting, it's got 6 jump seats, huge deck behind the cockpit here. They got proper facility. It has a bathroom. It's a little bit better than economy class, I think. Okay, 辛苦晒啊，拜拜，拜拜。
Right, so we just had word from ATC. Unfortunately, we've got a small ATC delay, roughly 5 to 10 minutes. So we're just waiting on word from them, and then we'll be pushing back for a relatively long taxi this morning out to runway 07 center.
Air Hong Kong 204 startup is approved and pushback color blue.
Push and start blue, Air Hong Kong 204.
Captain, clear to start.
Thank you. Starting sequence 2 then 1.
The parameters correct, start 1 please. The parameters correct.
Cockpit ground, thank you. Start is complete. You are cleared to disconnect.
Okay, copy. Signal back right hand side. Have a nice flight. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Right hand side, good morning.
Air Hong Kong 204, taxi Lima 1 kilo at kilo 4, cross inactive runway.
Lima 1 kilo, kilo 4, clear to cross inactive 07, right Air Hong Kong 204.
Thanks. Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist, flying controls.
Checked.
Checked for instruments.
Man thrust amber. VS heading. P climb nav blue. FD1 checked.
FD2 checked briefing.
Runway 07 center. $1 Charlie 5000
Air
confirmed.
Hong Kong 208, startup is approved,
right.
pushback color blue.
TLP, takeoff speed.
Blue, yeah.
Flex. 54. V1 143.
526, taxi Lima 3
Rotate.
kilo, hold short Lima 2.
151. V2 153.
Tower Air Hong Kong 204 ready.
Air Hong Kong 204, Tower Roger. Airport 60, wind 110 degrees, 8 knots, runway 07 center, clear for takeoff.
Runway 07 center, clear for takeoff, VIP 60.
KMAC 526, are you ready for immediate departure?
Affirm, KMAC 526.
Air Hong Kong 782, behind the landing 747 on short final, line up on runway 07 center, behind.
Yeah, it's flow control. Definitely, yeah. I would imagine Type A, just based on the weather we saw coming in here.
Air Hong Kong 204, line up on runway 07 center.
Runway 07 center, Air Hong Kong 204.
Left is clear.
Check clear right.
Happy, Sam? Good. Below the line.
Korea,
Advised.
transponder.
Auto TARA.
Auto brake, sorry.
Thanks. Max.
Air Hong Kong 204, wind 100 degrees 7 knots, runway 07 center, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 07 center, Air Hong Kong 204.
Alright, 07 center, clear takeoff.
Check.
Stabilized.
Check.
Take.
Air Hong Kong A300, line up runway 07
SRS
center.
runway.
Check.
Line up runway 07 center, Air Hong Kong A300.
Thrust set. B1. Rotate. Crossing climb.
Gear up.
Air Hong Kong 204, contact ground, caution contact departure 123.8 getting.
123.8 Air Hong Kong 204. Departure Air Hong Kong 204, passing 2000, climbing 5000.
Air Hong Kong 204, departure identified, climb for SID to flight level 130.
Ground fire seat, flight level 130, Air Hong Kong 204.
Checked 13,000.
So Sam, I'll just give you a little tour of the cockpit, or rather instruments of the A300. She is a little bit of a hybrid with elements of glass and then of course your old steam-driven analog instruments. So if we just run from left to right, the old school analog indicated airspeed. We have our RMI, VOR needles with DME. All right, and then the PFD and the ND giving our navigational display. Onto the analog old school altimeter, a very small TCAS. And then like any aircraft, we'll have a standby altimeter, standby artificial horizon. This is very unique to the A300, the slats flaps indicator. On your more modern Airbuses, you'll have flaps 1 to full. However, on the A300, we have slats 15, 30, and then flaps 15, 20, and finally 40. So a very unique piece to the A300. Onto the engine instruments, all analog. However, we do have the ECAM memo and status page, which will back up that information. Engine, hydraulic, electrical, and so on and so forth. All right, so we've just reached our initial cruising level of flight level 330. We did experience a slight delay out of Hong Kong. As expected, we had some isolated thunderstorms in the region, so we had to avoid by 10 to 20 nautical miles. All right, Frankie, I'm just going to step back. We're out of the weather now. You have control.
I have control.
Thanks. Frankie, would you like anything? You sure? You going to have anything, Sam?
I'll see what you have here.
All right. So no flight attendants on board today. So you'll be getting a beautiful Nescafe Gold.
Nestle Gold coffee. Captain making your coffee only on the cargo flight.
Absolutely.
You got any catering on board today?
We do. A bunch of crew meals.
Crew meals.
Yeah, we'll have a look at those later on.
Yeah, sure.
Some omelets, some eggs,
Oh yeah.
some
Cornflakes.
yogurts, some
Yeah.
cornflakes, some fruits.
Wow. 3 hours. You got full breakfast.
Yeah, we got enough to get us the whole way there.
So Captain, since you guys got a very structured lifestyle, all your flights nighttime, Air Hong Kong flights.
Generally speaking, you'll find us flying at nighttime only. It's the operation of Air Hong Kong, DHL Express freight throughout the night. Typically our departures would be anywhere from 7 to 8 o'clock at night. We would fly into Hong Kong and then carry out a second sector to another port in Asia, landing anywhere between 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning. And that's really what it is. It's night freight. Probably not the most glamorous flying you'll ever come across, but what it does offer us is a pretty well balanced lifestyle. We come to work, we work for a certain amount of time, and then we get a nice block of off days.
What's the fuel burn per hour on this airplane?
You're looking at around a maximum of around 5,000 kilograms per hour. I've just heard our colleagues in the 330 been given climb to flight level 410, and here we are sitting down at flight level 330. We would like to climb slightly higher, but we've been restricted due to ATC. But again, it's a wonderful aircraft where being stuck down low, I call it the low-level machine, the fuel penalty is really so small that it doesn't really affect the operation of the flight.
Does it have auto throttle on this airplane?
It does. So the original A300 had a flight engineer, which would, you know, take care of all
throttle,
yeah, he was the throttle. He'll take care of all the engine parameters. But as time has gone on, the aircraft has become more advanced, and ATS has been introduced. There on the flight control unit, you can see auto thrust is engaged, currently at decimal 79. Of course, your most modern Airbuses, you're not really going to see the throttles moving during flight. They'll be stuck in a detent for most of the flight. Whereas on the A300, if we manipulate the speed, which I'll do so shortly, you can see the throttles actually move.
I was moving back slightly. Oh yeah, I can see it's moving up. So Frankie, I heard you've flown Boeing before.
Yep.
This is rare because this is a Airbus yoke. Usually Boeing has a yoke, Airbus has a side stick. How's this Airbus yoke compared to the Boeing ones?
Well, I would say the Airbus yoke is, first from a size perspective, it is a bit smaller than a Boeing yoke like on the 73 or 74. And also the force required to control the yoke is much lighter than the one on the 73. And from a personal perspective, I think it is better designed ergonomically than the Boeing one. So you can see again, really...
It looks like a GA yoke actually.
Exactly,
it looks like general aviation. Yeah.
The captain just received a happy birthday greeting from the uplink, and they get printed out on the printer, and didn't know his birthday, so I bought a little cake here, decided to share with the crew. Hong Kong famous 8-tart.
Very kind. Thank you.
Well, I didn't know it was your birthday. I would have brought a bigger cake if I knew it was your birthday.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy,
Yeah, happy birthday.
Enjoy, Frankie, as well.
Frankie.
Yeah, cheers.
Thank you, Sam. Apologies, descend reach level 270 by upgate. Air Hong Kong 204. Alright, so we shortly to commence the descent into Osaka Kansai Airport. The weather on the ground is relatively good. The light winds out of the west. A good 30 k's visibility and a QNH of 1003.
So this approach onto 24 is actually quite busy. It's like a series of step downs. You'll see it gets quite busy at the end. Quite a low level intercept. Right turn, and then we only really get established on the localizer around 2,000 feet.
Air Hong Kong 204, maintain 8,000 due to traffic. 1 o'clock 7 mile westbound, coast converging 5,500, 7,000 Airbus 320.
Traffic sighted, Air Hong Kong 204.
Air Hong Kong 204, clear for RS to runway 24, left approach, reduce speed to 190 knot RS.
Cleared RS runway 24 left at 190 knots for left Air Hong Kong 204.
Air Hong Kong 204, contact Kansai Tower 118.2.
1182 Air Hong Kong 204. Tower Air Hong Kong 204, 6 miles.
Air Hong Kong 204, Kansai Tower, runway 24 left, continue approach.
Continue Air Hong Kong 204.
Right, continue.
Localizer moving.
Check lock star.
Check.
Missed approach 4,000.
Check.
Landing checklist. Happy, Sam?
Landing checklist Korea.
Advanced.
Ignition.
Continuous relight on.
Landing gear.
Down.
Down. Anti-skid.
Checked.
Check stress flaps.
Air Hong Kong 204, Airbus 320 touchdown, runway 24 left.
Clear to land 24 left Air Hong Kong 204.
Disengaging autopilot. Cat 1.
Check. Course set. Land green.
Checked.
Under above.
Checked.
Minimum.
Continue.
100.
Kansai Tower
50.
just past my
30. 20.
508 Kansai
10.
runway 24 left.
5.
Runway 24 left, continue approach, level 510. UPS
Spoilers.
300, touchdown, runway 24 left. Air Hong Kong 204, contact Kansai ground 121.6.
Ground Air Hong Kong 204 Alpha 9.
Air Hong Kong 204, Kansai ground, taxi via Juliet 4 to gate 202.
Juliet 4, spot 202 Air Hong Kong 204. Standard taxi routes 202.
Understood. Juliet 4,
Check.
right turn left clear. After landing, checklist please.
After landing checklist, slats flaps retracted, spoilers disarmed, ignition off, weather radar off, pitch trim 1 degrees, nose up, APU started after landing checklist complete.
Thank you. Welcome to Kansai.
Operate set.
Well done, Captain. That was a good landing. That was a very nice landing to Kansai.
Thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. Frankie will be flying us back to Hong Kong tonight, so that was most likely my very last landing on the A300. And yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure and a privilege to fly her for the last 13 years. Certainly going to miss her, and yeah, looking forward to the future.
Right. Now, how do you turn off an airplane?
Right, so at the moment we have depowered her slightly. The APU is off, external power is on. The loaders will continue to offload the rest of the cargo, and then once they're complete, an engineer will come on board and turn the external power off, which will basically turn the lights off and depower the entire
There will be
aircraft.
blackout everywhere.
Complete blackout.
I'm joining the cargo pilot's crew for a day, so now we're on the bus to the terminal, and I believe we're gonna go to a hotel for a layover, right?
That's right. You know, it's an aircraft that's probably humbled every single pilot that's ever flown it. It certainly takes a while to get used to it. It's got a few quirks and a few gotchas that can make your life difficult at times. Look at your modern jets today, very automated, fly-by-wire, computer run. You know, the aircraft generally, I won't say does most of the work, but certainly helps you a lot. Whereas the A300 is a lot more hands-on, a lot more manual flight. You certainly need to cross-check everything that's going on. One of the nicest things about coming to Japan are the lovely agents that pick us up and escort us to the crew transport.
Yeah, there's a lot of people working behind the flight, actually.
Absolutely.
The agents handling us in and out of the airport. We're at the hotel now, so Captain signed his room, first officer, then me. There's a seniority packing order here. I enjoyed a breakfast with a great view of Kansai Airport from the 54th floor of our hotel. Then I head back to my room for some rest. Welcome back. So I had a good rest, and also I did some amazing shopping and food in Japan. So amazing, wonderful stay here. 14-hour stay, and now I'm waiting for the rest of the crew to show up, and then we're gonna head back to the airport and get back on our airplane, fly back to Hong Kong tonight. Good day.
All good.
All good.
Excellent.
Did you just rest well?
Ready to go, yeah. Good rest. One more flight back to Hong Kong.
And happy birthday to you again.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the dinner this evening.
Yeah, we all had a good time.
It was lovely. Ready to go?
Ready?
Awesome.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it, yeah.
Oh, this is a bus that can fit about 30 A380 crews.
Bit of an overkill.
Yeah, just 3 of us. It looks like we're the only flight here. There's nothing around. We're so late going, only the cargo guys working at night. I'm with Sajitra. He's the handling agent for Air Hong Kong. He speaks fluent Japanese.
Yeah, thank you.
And how long you live here?
like it is.
And where's home for you originally?
Originally from Sri Lanka.
From Sri Lanka?
Yeah.
All right. He's handling our flight today. Time back to work. Back on the A300 to Hong Kong. I observed the cargo loading and must say the guys work very hard. This airplane doesn't have the auto loader like the PDU to assist, so everything is a manual push.
Looking at a flight time of 3 hours and 25 minutes, block 350, climbing to the initial cruising level of flight level 300.
The cockpit to ground, we just have one ECAM for flight control, fault standby.
21 Victor uniform, 21 Victor uniform.
Okay, it's on your side.
Yeah. 04 and?
Just do the 04.
It's only one?
Yeah.
Air Hong Kong 205, request taxi.
Air Hong Kong 205, runway 24 right, taxi by Juliet 4, Yankee, holding point.
Taxi Juliet 4, Yankee, holding point 24 right, Air Hong Kong 205.
Air Hong Kong 205, wind 13023, runway 24 right, clear for takeoff.
Thank you, runway 24 right, clear takeoff, Air Hong Kong 205. You ready?
Yep.
24 right, clear takeoff.
Check.
Stabilizer.
Check.
Takeoff.
Thrust SRS runway.
Checked. Thrust set. V1. Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Air Hong Kong 205 departure.
Air Hong Kong 205, contact Kansai radar 120.85.
120.85, Air Hong Kong 205, good night.
So Sam, as you saw after start, we had a minor technical fault. We had a rudder travel and pitch field fault, which is essentially a flight control fault. Both of these components run off the same computer, and you know, generally speaking, certain faults would require you to return to the bay and have engineering have a look at it. We were quite fortunate in this case. We were able to reference to our QRH, otherwise known as the Quick Reference Handbook, and Frankie, the first officer, had a look up on those particular computers to see whether a CB or circuit breaker reset was available. Fortunately in this case it was, so it was just a matter of finding where the actual circuit breaker was, resetting the system, and then turning the pitch field and rudder travel systems back on, and that seemed to have done the job. Alright, we're just about to enter Hong Kong airspace and thereafter commencing descent into Hong Kong. There's some low-level cloud in the area, a bit of rain, so we are expecting wet conditions. Once we have landed onto 07 left, we will have a relatively long taxi, probably a good 20-25 minutes, as we kind of coordinate around the airport and finally into the cargo ramp. I've just heard my colleague, very good friend Renier Fabiak, he's on the A330 at flight level 400, about 7 or 8 miles behind us, so the race is on. Hopefully we can beat the 330 to Hong Kong.
Target Hong Kong 20507, left 5 miles.
Air Hong Kong 205, wind is 09 degrees 10 knots, and wind 07 left, please land.
Thank you, 07 left, clear to land, Air Hong Kong 205. 1000 stable.
Check.
Course set. On speed 700. Land green.
Check.
100 above.
Check.
Minimum.
Continue.
On speed 700. On speed 800.
50, 30, 20,
Hong Kong Tower,
10,
Air Hong Kong 217 left.
Air Hong Kong 217 Hong Kong Tower, surface wind 0 degrees, 8 knots, runway 07 left, clear to land.
T-star.
Clear to land, 7 left, Air Hong Kong
0 green.
217.
It's like a Christmas tree.
It is indeed.
Yeah. So today we have the rabbit lights, you said. The rabbit light entering.
Running rabbits.
And then we have a whole tour of the Hong Kong airport. And then end up with Christmas tree. Awesome. We're back in Hong Kong after 22 hours cargo journey. The A300 is going strong. I think it has a lot more years ahead of its time after retiring from Air Hong Kong. I hope it will continue to fly in the sky.